Tonight on CTV, hear about the brand new CSU campus as well as new protocols in place for COVID-19.
And how this weather this past week has caused many problems for the CSU community and how this alum was honored with an air show.
All that and more on CTV starting now.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Ashley Jones-Sykes.
And I'm Ren Wadsworth. Thank you for tuning in to our first news show of 2022.
Larimer County has reported 17 new COVID outbreaks as the Omicron variant continues to spread. Out of the 17 outbreaks, mostly nursing homes, assisted living facilities, home health care, and memory care centers were affected. Larimer County has 10 COVID-related deaths so far in January, but none have been connected with the most recent 17 outbreaks.
The fourth semester of coronavirus at Colorado State University has brought a campus-wide protocol change. Students at CSU may have noticed fuller classes or basketball courts this semester. This is due to the university returning to 100% capacity in classrooms, student housing, and indoor events. Some COVID-19 requirements that remain are indoor mask mandates and saliva screenings at the start of the semester. The tests are still mandatory regardless of student and staff vaccination statuses.
Last Tuesday, CSU's campus was covered head to toe in ice, making it nearly impossible to get to class safely. Temperatures were below freezing and students and staff were practically ice skating to get to where they needed to go. How do students feel about CSU closing the campus last week?
Wednesday morning was a miserable start to the day for students. Many people reported injuries due to black ice being all over campus. Seemingly everyone has a story about slipping and falling last week. Students like Pablo Aguadillo and Javen Aragon experienced the weather firsthand.
And my first step towards West Plum I started sliding down the sidewalk. That was pretty eventful.
Yeah, I fell right as I left Summit at the bus crosswalk. Then I fell again in front of the stadium, like over the nameplates. And I got to class after that, and I was all good. And then walking back, I fell like on the Ramshorn parking lot.
Sidewalks, parking lots, and streets were almost completely inaccessible. Black ice can sneak up on someone even when they're being cautious. Since students had not expected the conditions outside, they were left underprepared. In an attempt to prevent students and employees from traveling to campus, CSU sent out an emergency notification at about noon, canceling upcoming and in-session classes, closing campus. Many students were relieved to travel home safely.
I felt relief because I didn't feel like walking another 10 minutes to my other class and then another 20 minutes on this ice back into all the dorms.
The university has not said that they will make any changes to their inclement weather policies. However, many students can rely on their own instincts and prepare ahead of time to stay safe.
I know I was among many students that slipped on the ice, but winter is definitely here, and it's up to the university and students to prepare accordingly.
Yeah, I was slipping and sliding on my way to campus Wednesday morning.
Me too. Wednesday was crazy.
Yeah, well, like you said, a lot of students were super happy that the school canceled that day.
Absolutely. I know I was. I was right in the middle of lunch when they canceled.
Yeah, I unfortunately still had to go to my early classes that day.
Oh no. Thank God for afternoon classes, right?
I know. It seems like a dream. CSU joined other universities across America to fight human trafficking. Schools are trying to inform students of preventative signs and potential risks. A few key concepts for how to educate yourselves or others to potential dangers of human trafficking can be found at source.colostate.edu.
Colorado State University's commitment to sustainability keeps on growing. On February 1st, a new air travel offset program will be implemented into university-sanctioned flights. Domestic trips will be given a $10 offset fee and $20 for international. All fees will contribute to a dedicated CSU emissions reduction fund, which will support various new and existing projects across the university. This is the new phase in the school's goal of climate neutrality by 2040.
College is hard, and students may feel they need a break now and again. CSU is participating in a Colorado program that encourages students to re-enroll in college. The program Finish What You Started aims to give support to undergraduates who didn't complete their degrees. Those who are admitted to institutions during the pandemic but didn't enroll are also eligible for the incentive. Participants will receive scholarships and a mentor to help navigate the process. No matter the circumstances for students, Finish What You Started offers citizens in Colorado a second chance at a higher education.
Don't go anywhere, Rams. Kenneth Frederick is up next to give you the scoop on this week's weather and how cold we can expect it to be. Welcome back to the break, Rams.
This year welcomed a new Colorado State campus to Denver named Spur. CSU Spur is the first to offer a space for interactive and educational experiences to students and community members alike.
Based in Denver and nearly a decade in the making, Colorado State University's Spur Campus is now open to guests. On what was previously the National Western Stock Show grounds, Spur has sprouted with an initiative.
What CSU Spur is designed to do is to allow for the typical activities that you might think of for CSU, research, education, and outreach, in addition to a real focus on drawing the public into our facilities and allowing them to interact with our scientists and educators at work.
The first of the 3 buildings on campus, named Vita, is already open to the public and focuses on animal sciences. Inside, you can find interactive teaching displays and a 2-story design that allows visitors to watch surgeries and therapy sessions.
We don't know of anywhere else that is really taking the approach of combining what universities do so well, research, education, innovation, collaboration, and inviting the public in this way to watch it all happen.
Much of the Spur site is still currently under construction, but with big plans for the future. Despite the renovations, there are still many opportunities at the campus for further knowledge to anyone interested.
If you have the chance as a young person to come here and see yourself in those careers and that they're possible for you, we think that's a great way to get more people engaged in solving really big global challenges in food, water, and health, and that's what we're all about here.
The Vita property will be closing temporarily on Thursday, but will reopen in early February.
Fort Collins City Council almost unanimously rejected the Sam's Club gas station plan. The Planning and Zoning Commission claimed the plan did not meet the city's land use code. The commission also mentioned how plans like these would typically go through if the land use was compatible with surrounding areas. The potential building site was not zoned for gas stations. Sam's Club has said that the Planning and Zoning Commission was unfair in their investigation.
The Larimer County Dive Rescue Team is looking for some fresh new faces to add to their organization. No experience is necessary. According to their website, LCDRT is especially looking for volunteers interested in a non-operational role to support the team with fundraising. Most of the fundraising work is done from home. Additional opportunities are available to become an operational member. LCDRT has been doing rescue and recovery missions since 1972. They also hold monthly meetings on Mondays. If interested, they encourage you to meet at their upcoming meeting on the night of February 7th at 6, or email the team at info@lcdrt.org.
Even though the dive rescue team is looking for volunteers, these brave participants helped raise the money over the weekend. This year's Polar Bear Run and Plunge at Horsetooth Reservoir saw over 400 Fort Collins locals showing their strength. The event included a 5K run around Horsetooth, followed by a plunge into ice-cold waters. All proceeds from the event were given to the team to help them expand. Even amidst cold and dark times, the community still shows up to show their support.
This support is not only seen in the water, but the air as well. Reporter Madison Brummagem joins us live in the studio with more on how CSU honored the World War II pilot. Madison?
Thanks, Ren. As many students know, CSU has some notable alumni, and this weekend the Fort Collins community was able to celebrate one man in particular. The World War II pilot Bert Chrisman's 80th anniversary of his death was this last Sunday. To honor Chrisman, the CSU community came together to show their appreciation and respect.
Air shows are a spectacular view to behold, but this show meant a little bit more to the people in attendance. Community members gathered at Chrisman Airfield last Sunday to celebrate Bert Chrisman. Chrisman was one of the first American pilots in World War II to lose their life. And while he is a hero in everyone's eyes, no one views him higher than his niece, Janice Bunchman.
We are so excited to honor my Uncle Bert. This is his 80th celebration kind of when he passed as a flying tiger, living in Fort Collins, a CSU alum. And without John Newkirk, the pilot, who is going to be flying one of the planes with Bert Chrisman's Flying Tigers logo on it, this would not have happened.
A relative of Chrisman, John Newkirk, flew one of the planes in the show. The air show consisted of fellow Flying Tiger pilots and an additional viewing of drones to top it off.
They did a commemoration with a flyover using a lot of the same kind of B-50 series, B-40 series, and other pilots commemorating what a great pilot he is and his historic moments as a flying tiger.
The impact Chrisman had on the Fort Collins community continues to show today.
Just to be able to be honored and have my uncle, after 80 years, to still be remembered in Fort Collins and as a hero to our country. It's amazing.
Being able to attend this air show and see the community support was such an honor. The airfield was named after Chrisman in 1943, forever honoring a true hero. Back to you guys.
Well, that's all the news we have for you tonight, Rams, but stick around. Brandon Cruz is up next to give you the full rundown on sports. Stay tuned.